Hi, George with Pitbull here today to give you a quick demonstration and a little bit of information and tips on how to safely lift your Ducati Panigale model from the steering stem using our hybrid headlift or hybrid dual lift stand. This is going to apply to all Panigale models. We're going to use the V4 in this demonstration, but this will apply to any model built up till 2022 at the time of this video that has the Panigale name, including the 899, 1199, 1299, etc. So first things first, you want to make sure that you have the correct pin for your bike. The first pin that was designed to fit the Panigale models was the 28S pin. And since then, we've come out with the number 44 pin. They do look identical, but the 44 pin was designed specifically for the V4 bodywork, whereas the 28S was designed for the earlier Panigale models. Be sure to consult our fitting chart to make sure that you have the correct pin for your specific model. And give us a call if you're not sure, or if you have a newer model that's come out since this video, and we'll be glad to help you figure that out. Second thing you want to do is make sure that you have the chamfer on your pin going where it is parallel to the bottom of the fairing. This is designed to give increased clearance on the fairing, and also if you have it set up incorrectly, you cannot lift your motorcycle safely because the pin is not going to get inserted into the hole fully with the pin rotated 180 degrees facing the wrong direction. So make sure this chamfer, the flat is towards you and the tip with the number on it is away from you when you're standing at the front of the motorcycle. All right, so we're gonna bring the stand into position under the hole in the lower triple. I'm gonna try to do this with as little contact as possible. And the first thing you'll notice when you get the pin in the hole is if you start to lift, when you only have about 1/8 of an inch of clearance on this bodywork, you do not have the pin fully inserted. You might look under there and it might look like you have the pin fully inserted, but I promise you that the pin is not inserted if you only have 1/8 of an inch of clearance or if you have contact with your fairing right here. So the trick to do there is to kind of adjust the angle of the stand so that the pin goes further into the hole, and you'll feel it go just a little bit further in, and you'll notice that you have a lot more clearance on the fairing at that point. On the V4, it's going to be about 1/2 of an inch. When you have the pin fully inserted, you have 1/2 of an inch of clearance between the stand and the motorcycle. Then you just push down on the handle, and you've safely lifted the bike, got plenty of fairing clearance, you won't have any issues. Now remember, do not use the pin appearing to be fully inserted as your guide. Use the fairing clearance as your guide. When you have a significant amount of fairing clearance, then you know you've got the pin fully inserted. If you're within 1/8 of an inch of the fairing or you're contacting the fairing, the pin is either the incorrect pin or you have the pin not fully inserted and you're getting that contact as a result. If you're ever not sure, feel free to give us a call or send us an email and we'll be glad to walk you through it and help you sort out the fitment issue with your motorcycle. One last thing, when you're going to lift your Panigale from the steering stem, if you do happen to have one of these stands that is a dual lift that has the swivels to lift under the forks as well, be sure to remove the swivels before you lift from the steering stem, because on some of the Panigale models, those swivels are going to interfere with the fork area and you will not be able to get the pin fully inserted because of that interference. So remove the swivels if they're present on your stand before trying to lift from the steering stem. If you have any questions about how to lift your motorcycle, you have any fairing contact you just can't seem to get away from, then give us a call or send us an email, send us some photos. We'll be glad to walk through it with you and get you a good fit for your bike. Thanks for watching and have a great day.